A religion, even if it calls itself a religion of love, must be harsh and does not love those who are not members of it. Smoking is indispensable if there is nothing to smell. From error to error, one discovers the whole truth. Life, as we discovered, is too difficult for us. It brings us too much pain, disappointing. I became aware of my destiny, to be part of a critical minority as opposed to an unquestioning majority. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. The most complex attainment of the mind is possible without the aid of consciousness. Knowledge is intellectual manipulation of carefully verified observations. Writers write for fame, wealth, power, and women's love. Civilized society is constantly threatened with disintegration through the primary enmity between men towards each other. When making decisions that don't really matter, I always find it advantageous to weigh all the pros and cons. When someone harasses me, I can defend myself, but against praise I'm powerless. When a person doesn't have what he wants what he has. Creative writers do the same thing as a child at play. He created a fantasy world which he took very seriously. A virtuous man fills himself with dreaming of what bad people do in real life. A civilization that leaves so many of its participants dissatisfied and pushes them into rebellion also has no prospect of eternal life. No one believed in his own death. In the subconscious, everyone is sure of his own immortality. The intention that humans should be happy is not in creation's plan. Just as no one can be forced to believe, so no one can be forced to believe. The only person you should compare yourself to is you in the past, and the only person better than you, here you are now. It is easy to see that the ego is that part of the id which has been modified by direct influences from the outside world. Just a useless person who has no interest in his past. So in every individual, two tendencies, one towards personal happiness and the other towards unity with the rest of humanity, must compete with each other. What progress are we making? In the Middle Ages they would burn me. Now they are content with burning my books. The death of a father is the most important event, the more heartbreaking and moving loss in a man's life. The little satisfaction a man can take from reality makes him hungry. The unconscious of a human being can react to other people without going through the conscious mind. Only a real, rare and genuine scientific mind can withstand the doubt, which is inherent in all our knowledge. Conscience is an internal perception of the rejection of certain desires operating within us. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. It is natural that when we fall in love we always idealize the person we love.